Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. He sets to fire deep. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the gun, Fields. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this with the ball coming It's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 45 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They're running it. Check 3, check 3. Check out 3. Let's go.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
55.
To throw on 3rd down, Fields. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Ready? Pittsburgh. Let's get some penetration here. We're getting some penetration. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now McCoy. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Watson now to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Switch! Hey, pick the line!
Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. It's caught, Smith. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
To throw on second down, Fields. Got a man open, it's Sutton. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now McCoy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Check 3, 29.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd and 5.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, 20, and he will score. It's a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Fields. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing again, Fields. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check. Lucky.
Back to throw. Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
set. 19. Good track, good track. 954. Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the slant. Kill. 66. Pull it. Pop. Kill.
On first down, it's Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On 2nd and 2, Watson dancing to his left. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On the toss, it's Gurley. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Alert! Check 31! 24! Watch the ship!
Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They run. It's Gurley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, 31! Alert 3!
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That didn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
This is set. 19, 54. Line up, go. Switch. Line up, go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson being chased out left. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First down coming.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Line up, go.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd down and goal. Watson. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Where's the tap? 19. Come on. Hey, 59. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Line up, go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that
And he's into the clear. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
54, 19. Go. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Gurley again here on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You're set. 19. 54. You ain't doing nothing today. Let's go. Come on. Check 37. Check 37. Shoot. Shoot. And let's go.
Now Gurley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Switch up. Switch up.
Watson operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
No.
Looking to throw. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. throwing on first down. Fields. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards. On first and 10, Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen as a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Fields. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the air. Check 24. Check 24. Alert! Boy 51. I'm coming. Coming. Go. Mike 51. Mike out. Go.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
It's a gain of 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're...
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And even 40 yards. On first down, Fields. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game. I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. You got time. You got time. You got time right there. Check 15, check 15.
To throw again. Fields. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Operating from the gun. Fields. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down. Fields. And this is caught. He hits more. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on 1st down. Fields. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Houston, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.